Right now, how an order from the governor is launching an effort to attract caregivers for the elderly and those with disabilities to the tune of more than $250 million.
Also, the death of Devontae Mitchell at a Milwaukee hotel has been ruled a homicide, what his parents are now demanding from prosecutors.
And it's August. That means back to school time. How News 3 Now is teaming up with the Boys and Girls Club to stuff the bus and get supplies for kids who need them. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. Caregivers for the elderly and people with disabilities will soon see a pay raise. That's because of an executive order from Governor Tony Evers.
Ellie La Liberté breaks down where the money is coming from and what it'll do.
The money from this order is an effort to help attract and retain caregivers by raising wages.
Funding is not kind of caught up with what the cost of care is and what the wages are in Wisconsin.
$258 million. That's how much the executive order is directing the State Department of Health Services to spend on 3 different Medicaid programs, including family care partnership, and all-inclusive care for the elderly.
So what this does, this provides a significant infusion of funding into the family care program, which is essentially the Medicaid waiver program for assisted living facilities in Wisconsin.
DHS estimates that the money will give a 15% increase to home care services and a 40% increase to services provided at a residential facility.
This will allow us to provide higher wages to our caregivers, our nurses, our executive directors, and also kind of keep in line with inflation and all the rising costs that are going along with that.
Mike Pahowski is the CEO and president of the Wisconsin Assisted Living Association, an organization that represents 1,600 assisted living facilities.
It's a relief, but it's much needed because providers all across Wisconsin, they're struggling right now.
The money is coming from the Wisconsin DHS's allocation of American Rescue Plan Act funds. Kirsten Johnson, the state DHS secretary, chimed in on the order, saying, quote, "This is the right thing to do for Wisconsin's long-term care systems and the providers who care for our state's most vulnerable." The governor also noted a need for continued support, saying, quote, "It's going to be critical for these investments to continue into our next biennial budget so we can address chronic challenges." And Pahowski agrees.
And it's much needed, but it's not where it needs to be at this point.
The order will go into effect on October 1st.
Ellie, thank you very much. A summery weekend ahead. Let's get the forecast with Alex on the patio. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Susan. Definitely summery out. It feels very summery. It's humid, sweating a little bit out here with temperatures in the upper 80s, and the upper 80-degree temperatures, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, at least not for the weekend. 87 Saturday, 88 on Sunday. Actually just bumped up Sunday's temperatures, and that's going to be out ahead of a weather system. So warm, humid weekend ahead. Get ready for it. But those storm chances will likely hold off until later on Sunday. Been showing this muggy meter throughout our newscasts today because they really help tell the story. Look at the yellow lines there. Friday night going into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, staying in that humid range to very humid range. If you keep track of our dew points, they'll be in the mid to upper 60s to near 70, almost tropical. And then it crashes when we go later Monday into Tuesday. Something's got to give there to take us from very, very humid conditions to comfy conditions, and I'm going to explain that coming up in Maine weather, that transition point from the really, really humid temperatures to the not humid conditions. We're going to have a weather system, and it could bring alert day conditions to parts of southern Wisconsin.
All right, Alex, thank you. New at 5, the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office has ruled Devontae Mitchell's manner of death is a homicide. The autopsy said the 43-year-old man died from, quote, restraint, asphyxia, and toxic effects of cocaine and methamphetamine.
Mitchell died on June 30th after being pinned to the ground by security officers outside of a Milwaukee hotel. His family spoke to Nick Bohr about the findings and what they hope will happen next.
A little over a month since 43-year-old Devontae Mitchell died after being restrained by security and staff at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Milwaukee. His mom has been told how he died.
Well, I heard from the medical examiner this morning. They called and they told me it was ruled a homicide.
Further, she says the ME told her the death was caused by asphyxiation.
Hyperasphyxiation.
Asphyxiation due to restraint? Is that what
exactly.
they told you?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what they said. That's what they said.
Cell phone video captured Mitchell being held face down by 4 men in the carport of the Hyatt June 30th after he was said to have been causing a disturbance inside the hotel. One of the men was a security guard, the others a bellman, the on-duty manager, and a desk clerk. All 4 have since been fired.
Now, I look at us having justice to be charged now. So what I need the DA to do is get the ball rolling, do what he have to do to get justice for my son, Devontae Mitchell.
How did that feel to hear that from the ME that this was ruled a homicide?
It felt good. Took a lot of pressure off my chest.
Devontae's mom tells me she wasn't surprised by the results of that medical examiner's report, saying everybody saw what happened to him here.
Everybody seen the tape, so we already seen what happened. You know, point blank, he was murdered. So now they finna make it make sense.
How soon do you expect to hear something from the DA? Yep.
ASAP. ASAP. So he got what he needed now. He had what he needed. Now he have to just go forward with it. There's nothing else to be said.
That was Nick Bohr reporting. The Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office did not immediately respond to a request for comment about whether it will pursue criminal charges.
A Lafayette County woman accused of poisoning her then-husband back in 2022 will spend the next 3 years in state prison. Back in June, 51-year-old Amanda Chapin pleaded no contest to one felony count of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. The charges come after Chapin's husband fell into a coma in August of 22. When he eventually woke up, he told detectives that Chapin had poisoned his morning coffee multiple times between July and August of 2022. Once her 3 years are up, she will be also under extended supervision.
Now to campaign 2024 news. Next week, Vice President and presidential nominee Kamala Harris will be making another stop in the Badger State. The next visit will come after she has officially won enough votes from Democratic delegates to win the party's nomination for president. The DNC chair making the official announcement today. At this time, it's unknown exactly where the vice president will be visiting, but she will be in Eau Claire campaigning on Wednesday.
The Wisconsin DNR announcing today safer water could be coming to select communities in Wisconsin. It's part of a new grant program that'll help certain water systems address active violations. The program will help assist public water systems in small, underserved, and disadvantaged communities. Applications are open September 3rd through December 3rd, and there will be about $1.3 million in grants available.
The Green Bay Packers and Batteries Plus are working together to make battery recycling easier and more accessible. The Department of Energy has given Batteries Plus almost $7 million to support the initiative nationwide. They want to get the word out so that you don't leave your batteries lying around. Batteries Plus will take them in for free.
The Packers were really looking to do something right for America and for recycling, and most Americans want to do the right thing, but they have battery drawers and they don't necessarily know where to dispose of those batteries. They can come to Batteries Plus. We'll take them in, easy, convenient, no charge.
Batteries Plus has 720 stores nationwide, 28 in Wisconsin, including on Madison's east and west sides and in Monona.
As the Olympics are underway, viewers have witnessed the best of the best putting themselves through adversity. And while it's not uncommon for professional athletes, recreational and youth athletes also may feel more personal pressure to play through pain and injury. Ben Cedar, a physical therapist at SSM Health, shares how athletes from every level have to contemplate if it's safe to compete.
I mean, for any injury, whether you're competing for a gold medal, a professional athlete, or a young high school athlete, for an injury, you kind of have to go through a cost-benefit analysis of, okay, if I go back now, sure, maybe I can compete in this particular event.
Although athletes may not like it, Cedar mentions that rushing back from an injury could affect the ultimate long-term goal. With tomorrow being the 1 week mark since the 2024 games have gotten underway, here's a look at the medal count. The U.S. currently leading in total medals. They're at 42. Host France sitting behind with 33. China, Great Britain, Australia all round out the top 5. Still a ways to go. The Olympic Games will run through August 11th.
The start of a new school year is quickly approaching, and that means back-to-school shopping is in full swing. This year, at least 17 states are offering a sales tax holiday on school-related items to help families save. That, unfortunately, does not include Wisconsin this year. According to the National Retail Federation, more than 55% of back-to-school shopping started last month. They also said that this school year, families could save, on average, nearly $900. This is the second highest amount in the survey's history. And with the school year knocking on our doorstep, on Monday, we're looking to once again stuff the bus.
That's right. News 3 now. The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County partnering once again to collect donations. and school supplies for students in our area. Lamers Bus Lines, Midwest Financial Group, and Metcalf Markets are also joining the effort as this year's title sponsors. Again, the Back to School Supply Drive launches on Monday. Volunteers will be accepting your donations 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the school bus located in front of Metcalf's Hilldale. We're looking for much needed school supplies such as backpacks, folders, notebooks, pens, and pencils. Our Back to School Drive will run through August 16th. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is back. He'll break down our weekend forecast next.
Plus, how consumers may be feeling about the impacts of high temperatures in the grocery aisle. We'll explain the details ahead.
And sharp losses on Wall Street. Once again, the Dow tumbling another 611 points. The NASDAQ down 418. S&P 500 loses 100. And we'll be right back.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Right now, you can lease a sporty new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month, or lease a new 2025 Camry for $349 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Check out our great selection of Lions tubs and showers that will match your style and budget. This linear shower is $469.99 after rebate. Designer's Image vinyl tiles are perfect for updating your home. They feature self-adhesive backing for a fast and easy installation. Silver Series vinyl tiles are only 89 cents each after 11% rebate at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
Whether they're from Wisconsin or from a neighboring state, we're here to provide access to care.
New abortion restrictions in Iowa are putting pressure on other Midwestern states. We check how Wisconsin clinics are handling the influx tonight at 6.
The most important part of my job is to make sure that our public, our community is safe, and also to educate the public on weather. We're the certified most accurate team in town for forecasting, so that forecast has to be ready when you walk in the door. Always first, always accurate.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Park Fire, which has grown to nearly 400,000 acres, is now the 4th largest wildfire in California history. Officials say the fire burning in the northern part of the state has spread across 4 counties. As of this morning, it was 24% contained. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection says the blaze has destroyed at least 538 structures, with thousands of other structures threatened. A state of emergency has been declared in 2 counties. Investigators say the fire was started by a person who allegedly pushed a flame-drenched car into a gully in a park. It has been one of the hottest summers on record for most of the U.S. and the planet, which witnessed its hottest day in recorded history last week. Those temperatures are sending our electricity bills soaring.
And consumers may soon be feeling the impact when they shop for groceries as well. Ivan Rodriguez shares how the heat is having an impact on the cost of fruits and vegetables.
Inflation in the U.S. may be cooling since hitting a 4-decade high,
But hotter temperatures are creating a new set of problems for farmers who grow the nation's food.
We are in, to a large extent, the business of managing risk, and this just impacts the risk of climate on the crops that we grow.
Tom Evanellis has been growing blueberries and citrus fruits in California and Oregon for decades. He says record-breaking heat is causing his business to suffer.
As it gets warmer, the fruit becomes more delicate, so we'll stop harvesting earlier, so it impacts the amount that we can harvest in a day.
Avanella says the cost farmers like him are incurring by upgrading irrigation systems will eventually be passed down to consumers. Drought concerns on the West Coast only add to the challenges.
As we've improved these irrigation systems, we are actually designing them to be able to provide the precise amount of water that the plant needs, so there's zero waste.
Higher produce prices are a reversal of a trend the country has seen over the last year, with the cost of fruits and vegetables dropping by 0.5%.
Much of this is going to be driven by climate change, which is very real, and we need to aggressively acknowledge that and take steps as a country and as a world to begin to navigate it most effectively.
Warm temps are ahead. Look at your first warn forecast. Alex Harrington rejoins us. Alex?
Eric, warm and humid conditions indeed through the rest of this weekend, but then much cooler next week. To that package that we were listening to about the heat, your AC will definitely get a break next week. How do we transition from warm to cold? We got storms on the way later Sunday going on into Monday. Keeping the potential there is for alert day conditions on Monday evening and Monday overnight. But we'll be keeping an eye on that. Thanks, David, for sending us this photo near Janesville. This was from one of the previous rains. We've actually had some of our viewers submitting us information that, boy, they could use a little bit of rain to help settle the dust and improve the grass in Janesville right now. You wouldn't think that with all the water that we've had this year. If you want to send us those weather photos, just get your phone out right now and scan that QR code. It links it right up to channel3000.com/weather, and we can show your photos, just like we showed David's photo here. Very easy to do. 90s right now over portions of southern Wisconsin, that 90 in Boscobel. Lone Rock was sitting at 90 just a few moments ago, and so was Wisconsin Dells. Upper 80s to near 90 degrees. We got a lot of 87s and 88s across Dane County. You add the humidity in there, it feels a little bit warmer than 87. Dew point actually has dropped a bit to 66, but that's still quite high on the muggy meter. When you're in the mid to upper 60s, that's that kind of that tropical type feel. When it gets above 70, that's when it really starts to feel uncomfortable. Tonight, pretty comfortable overall. Temperatures going down to 67 as we approach 5 o'clock. We'll see the low right around 66 degrees overnight. A little bit of patchy fog. Then 87 for a high temperature on Saturday, very reminiscent of today. We'll do 88 on Sunday, so almost a carbon copy on Sunday, except for the late day storms that will be entering the picture as we go later Sunday into Monday. That's part of this crash that we see in the muggy meter, going from very humid conditions Sunday going into Monday, and then by Tuesday it's in the comfy range, which we're all going to probably enjoy. Look at the temperatures going down to 80. Then we stay in the 70s. That transition, how do we get there? Thunderstorms. Thunderstorms help us move from one extreme of temperatures to the next. And we have thunderstorms north of Madison by the looks of it right now with future track, although that cluster may dip a little bit further to the south, clipping other parts of southern Wisconsin the beginning of Monday morning. A break. We prime back up with another line of thunderstorms, possibly severe Monday evening and overnight. As we march through the weekend and get a little bit better confidence on this scenario, we will potentially put out alert day conditions for Monday. We'll be keeping an eye on that this weekend. Storms end on Tuesday, but what doesn't end? The nice weather. Finally in the 70s, lows in the 50s. Give the AC a break. Let's take a look at traffic here. Looking good eastbound and westbound, with folks going at 55 to 60 miles per hour. As we go down to the south in Janesville, we're sitting at 70 miles per hour, although it looks like there's an incident near Beloit, so be on the lookout for that. And to the northwest, up in the Dells at 73 miles per hour. So traffic is looking great, although again, I suspect everybody's got their windows up and the AC on, at least through the weekend.
All right, Alex, thank you. Still to come tonight at 5, the job market is cooling down, with many industries seeing a slowdown in hiring. What do analysts expect? That's next.
New News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your child's confidence stems from learning and seeing clearly. At Shopko Optical, our professional team will help your child start their journey of confidence by providing quality eye care in a warm and comfortable environment. Schedule their back-to-school exam at shopko.com.
Drive into summer with a new Honda. Heading out for a day at the beach or a weekend in the mountains. Make an impression with the unmistakable style of the HR-V or turn heads in the sporty Civic. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
How do you say welcome? With an entry door from Pella, of course. Say it with color, with class, with clarity, or with confidence. Choose from 3 materials and endless styles, plus every entry door is manufactured, installed, and warranted by Pella for years of comfort and durability. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months with no money down and equal payments. Schedule your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less. That's ironic. Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
And I'm already late.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
It's the Great Grill Out Sale at Hy-Vee this Friday through Sunday. Bacon wrapped sirloins just $2.99. Whole boneless pork loin just $1.98 a pound. Chicken breast just $2.48 a pound. Fresh ground chuck just $3.99 a pound. 8-ounce pork loin butterfly chops or America's chops, 3 for just $4. And our special recipe brats or patties, 8 for just $12, plus a 16-cent fuel saver. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The job market has been hot the past couple of years, but now things are cooling down significantly. The healthcare and construction industries continue to see more jobs, but many others, including tech, are seeing a slowdown. The Labor Department says there was a slowdown in jobs added. The unemployment rate also jumped from 4.1 to 4.4%. Many analysts are now questioning the Federal Reserve's decision to not cut interest rates, which could give the economy a boost.
I think that the Federal Reserve and economists are now starting to worry that this soft landing that they were trying to engineer may not occur. It could be a lot bumpier than they expected.
The Federal Reserve is set to meet again in September, and economists believe the board will cut rates at that time.
The most frustrating part of the job application process can be applying and never getting an interview. LinkedIn asked hiring managers why, and the most common answer was they didn't have the right skills. Other reasons include significant delays in the candidate's response and frequent job changes. On CBS Mornings, LinkedIn career expert Catherine Fisher shared the top 5 things that hiring managers are looking for once you land the interview.
They're looking for someone who comes prepared, who has really good questions, has done their homework on the company, and is really able to sell themselves in terms of why they're the best fit for the role. Demonstrate that you've been out there learning, because skills, as we know, are changing so rapidly that you're always out there trying to learn the newest thing and keeping yourself really fresh with those skills.
And Fisher also recommends including the skills the company is looking for in your LinkedIn profile and resume, and be prepared to explain how you use those skills to deliver results.
Shares of Nintendo fell today after the Japanese company released results from its first fiscal quarter. Nintendo reported selling 2.1 million Switch gaming consoles from April 1st to June 30th. That's a drop of 46% compared to the previous year. The Switch was released more than 7 years ago. The video game company's shares dropped 2.34% today by the close of the market in Japan, and that was more than analysts expected. We're back with a final check of your weekend forecast when we return.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
The one thing Kamala Harris has always been: fearless. As a prosecutor, she put murderers and abusers behind bars. As California's Attorney General, she went after the big banks and won $20 billion for homeowners. And as Vice President, she took on the big drug companies to cap the cost of insulin for seniors. Because Kamala Harris has always known who she represents.
This campaign is about who we fight for. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. Where every senior can retire with dignity. But Donald Trump wants to take our country backward, to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations and end the Affordable Care Act. But we are not going back.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal, and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now, or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing. Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Bucks event. Now through August 11th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash August 15th through the 28th. Start earning today on 14-ounce tubes of Blaine's brand automotive grease, just $1.89 for rewards members. And 40-pound bags of Blaine's wild bird food, $16.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. Start earning Blaine's Bucks now to spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
On this Friday night, a group of high school girls are diving into science by studying sharks. How a special program gives young women an up-close look at the ocean predators and a career in STEM. Those headlines and more on the CBS Evening News.
And finally tonight, scientists have traced the origins of a rose's thorn back 400 million years. Contrary to popular belief, roses have prickles, which unlike thorns are made from the skin of a plant and not wood. Many other unrelated plants like raspberries, tomatoes, and rice have this defense mechanism.
Researchers have traced the spikes to an ancient gene family named Lonely Guy. These genes can turn on and off the prickles in many species. So now we know where prickles come from. Scientists may develop roses that don't have them.
That'd be kind of nice.
That'd be very nice.
Alex is back as we take one final check of the forecast.
Warm weekend ahead, so if you want to go to the pool, get outside, you're going to need the water this weekend as well. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Warm and humid weekend ahead, but then we flip right to cooler temperatures next week. But we got storms to transition us from the warm temperatures, 87, 88 degrees this weekend, with that humidity being up there to 80 on Monday. And then look at that, 70s for the rest of the week. The First Warn Weather Team, though, we will be keeping an eye on those storms for Sunday night going on into Monday and Monday night, as some of those storms could get on the stronger side. We may be looking at alert day conditions for Monday evening across southern Wisconsin, but we'll be monitoring over the course of the weekend. But the good news is, look at how beautiful the rest of next week is.
Oh, it's going to be nice.
Yes,
refreshing.
Great.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.